Hello, my fam. It is Perez Hilton, and I'm so thankful this week is over. It's been a hard week because, I'm a big mama's boy, and my mom has been in Miami this week, and I miss her so much. But I encourage her to do what makes her happy, and Miami makes her happy. She loves being with her grandkids and me here as well, so I'm happy that this is her primary residence, but she also has been spending a lot of time in Miami, where she lived for over 40 years, and all of her family and friends are. So I miss you, Mom, but I will see you back soon this week. She's coming home finally. But yeah, this is a bit of a hybrid video. It is a parenting life update and a dating video all wrapped up into one. I titled this Dating When You're Famous, but I really should have called this video Dating When You're Perez Hilton, because dating when you're famous is one thing, and I will get to that. And dating when you're Perez Hilton is a totally other thing. And I need to once again reiterate, I don't consider myself famous. I was a YouTuber before YouTubers were a thing. I joined YouTube right away, and I was, one of the top people on YouTube back in the day. I was an Instagrammer before there was an Instagram even. I consider myself somebody that people know, but I just don't like that word famous. People know me, yes, but am I famous? Fame comes and fame goes. A lot of people maybe don't know me. Some people maybe do. That's all relative. So I'm going to get to all of that. But first, about the kids. Thankfully, it was a pretty good week. My kids are so smart. They clearly know that grandma isn't here. And it's almost like they adjusted and corrected for me, knowing that I'm more stressed, more tired, and sad. So they've been almost on their best behavior. They're still kids and young. So kids are gonna be kids, but thankfully, no major issues. It was a very rainy week in Los Angeles this week. Oh gosh. Well, yeah. I'll say that. I'll say it. It was a very rainy week in Los Angeles this week, and there was one day that to drop my son off in school, I have to walk him to his school. And it was raining so hard that I left Mia in the car, locked. And she said, when I came back, she said, I thought somebody was gonna steal me. And I was like, that did not even cross my mind. But when she planted that seed in my brain, I was like, oh my God, I can never leave her in the car again. Even if I was just gone for 2 minutes, a minute running my son into the school, and then a minute back. Mia gets a lot of colds and gets them easily, and the rain is not good for her. So I thought in my brain I was doing the best thing, but you know what? I am now in perpetual questioning mode. I honestly did not contemplate that. And now that Mia, my 3-year-old, let me know of that, that will never happen again. But she's great. Mario's great. He's doing good in school, learning to read, playing with his same friends, though I encourage him to play with other friends. And Maita's wonderful. She's so wanting to talk. I could see the frustration, but she's not talking yet because who knows why. All of my kids were late to start talking, but I think that's because they're hearing the Spanish mostly, and then they hear English when we're out and about and in classes and whatnot. So nothing to be concerned about. And as for me, and what prompted me to make this twofer video was earlier in the week. If you didn't watch the video on my main @Perez Hilton channel, I posted this video of myself dancing to a song from RuPaul's Drag Race, and I was being fierce and fabulous. And I posted it. My followers seemed to really enjoy the video. And then 2 days later, this is interesting how it works that way. 2 days later, gay Twitter found my video and made it go viral. And we're leaving all sorts of nasty, awful comments, calling me the F word. Gay Twitter calling me the F word. Mainly younger, I think, but 20s also, like teenagers and 20-year-olds, and maybe even some in their 30s, to be honest, calling me the F word, calling me fat, ugly, saying, I'm a bad dad, I'm on drugs, I'm gonna make them turn straight after watching that video. Thankfully, I loved it. It did not get me down. I was trending. I love it. I love any attention, but it does directly tie into dating when you're Perez Hilton, which I'll get to. But I guess let me just begin with the dating segment, talking about dating when you're famous. Dating when you're famous comes with a lot of challenges if you're not dating. Well, even if you date another famous person, which I don't care to do, I would, but listen, I'll date anybody who's willing to take a chance on me, to get to know me. But I'd say that the most difficult thing about dating when you're famous is just not knowing why people are really with you, questioning their motives. But let me flip that on its head. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. If somebody just wants to use me, fine, let me use you back, okay? And I think ultimately I have a good nose for sniffing out people that are not wanting to go on dates or whatever for the wrong reasons. There are those psychopaths who are really good actors themselves who can keep up a pretense for a long time. But you know what? Even if you're not famous, you're going to deal with psychopaths as well. And then there's the whole aspect of people caring about your private life, which I thankfully don't have because I'm not famous. As I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not just talking crap, I really believe it. People care about what I have to say about things. But I don't think people really care about who I'm dating or not or whatever. If I date a nice accountant or a teacher or a therapist or whatever, I don't think people are going to be clamoring to know the minutia, the details of our relationship and whatnot. And I'm a very private person when it comes to that. And I don't go on many dates, and it's hard. It's hard when you're Perez Hilton. Let me just move to this segment of it. Because as that dancing video reaction from gay Twitter showed, I would say it's a very accurate assessment that the majority of gay men do not like me. They either think I'm an embarrassment to the gay community, they just hate what I do for a living, they're a Lady Gaga fan or a Demi Lovato fan, or they have a ton of many reasons and that are valid to them. I don't think that all of the people that were throwing hate at me hate themselves. No, some of them were probably happy, functioning, successful people that just hate me. And that's okay. I want and deserve amazing and somebody strong, and not somebody that's going to be affected by the masses' opinion of me. And the real me, whom I think if you're watching this video, you know the real me. I'm a complex person. Yes, part of me is like Richard Simmons, but I'm also me, and I'm unlike anybody else out there. And I am cautiously optimistic that somebody is out there for me, and also pessimistic. But I know that I do deserve love, and I'm an amazing partner. And here's some scoop, if you care. I went out on 4 dates in November and December. And I'm not going to go into too many details because I don't want people thinking, oh, if I go out on a date with Perez, he's going to talk about me. I'm not. In fact, I'm only just going to talk about myself. It was really flattering to go on 4 dates with 2 different people, especially because those were my first dates of the year. And my first dates in all of 2018, the first one was in November. So thank you to them. And, neither went on to a 3rd date for a variety of reasons. But my takeaway was I'm totally down and open to dating and making time for somebody awesome. I don't know if I'm thrilled with the dating sites. I did meet both of those lovely gentlemen on a dating website, not an app. I don't do those. And, I viewed each as an opportunity to get to know more about me. And I did. You learn a lot about yourself through dating. On one of the dates, one of the guys said, we were talking about boundaries. And I almost had an allergic reaction to that word. And I said, you know what? I don't like boundaries. I don't like that word. I like rules and I like structure, but I don't like boundaries. Boundaries sounds confining to me. And then after that, I spent a lot of time analyzing that. And I was like, oh gosh, I don't like boundaries because in my life, I don't really have any. My mom lives with me. My sister works for me. My boundaries are all blurred. The lines are all crossed. But it was fun. However, I have one big regret about both of the dates, and that is, it was also because it was towards the end of the year, but I regret drinking and eating on the dates. I sort of wish I would have just kept on my healthy grind because that was 4 dates of not keeping up my routine. Maybe this is also just all of those guys that called me fat earlier this week getting to me, but whatevs. I enjoyed all of the eating I did and I'm back on track. I had a great gym week this week. I went 6 days. I am grinding. I am back. And at the end of the day, what matters most is I am still smiling and I'm not faking this. I'm not like, that was a real smile. I'm still smiling. And one of the main reasons I'm still smiling is because of you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. You get me. I get you. I hug you. And one more thing, please hit the like button, leave a comment, follow, subscribe, share. Hit the like button, leave a comment, follow, subscribe, share. I love you.